Greetings, I'm Satvik Karan along with my teammates Sargam Tyagi, Aradhya Goel, Krishna Singh, and Akshat Badani. And today we're going to talk about the scroll effect, how social media shapes Gen Z. Alright, let's talk about the mental health side of this. Picture this, you post a selfie, you think you look good, sunlighting just right, smile on point, but then 5 minutes go by, no likes. 10 minutes, still nothing, nada. Your brain already spiraling. That little red heart becomes a measure of worth, and that's exactly the trap. Social media is built to trigger dopamine. It's literally engineered to keep us addicted by rewarding us with tiny hits of approval, likes, views, shares, but the side effect is brutal constant comparison with other people. We scroll through highlight reels of everyone's best moments, vacations, gym pics, filtered selfies, and we start feeling like we're not doing enough, not looking good enough, not being enough. Especially for teens and young adults, this can trigger serious anxiety and depression. Stats show that nearly 1 in 3 teen girls say Instagram made them feel worse about their bodies. That's not just unfortunate, that's dangerous. And the loneliness, even worse. We are connected all the time, but how often are we actually connecting? People are reporting more isolation, more burnout, and way less genuine support. So, yeah, mental health and social media definitely a complicated relationship.
Okay, let's talk about how social media has totally rewritten the way we communicate. Conversation used to mean actual words, eye contact, voice tone, body language, and now it's mostly DMs, comments, or a meme that you send at 3 am that somehow says, I care. Emojis have basically become emotional translators. We don't say I'm sad, we just drop a crying face and hope the other person gets it. And memes, they're like inside jokes, and the whole internet is on it. They're funny, they're relatable, but they also replace deep conversation. You don't feel seen. Another shift, attention spans. Let's be honest, how many of you have zoned out after watching 10 seconds of TikTok and forgotten why you even opened the app in the first place? Studies have shown that our attention spans are getting shorter. Gen Z averages around 8 seconds. Not because we're lazy, but because we're overstimulated. And this changes how we engage. We skim, scroll, we consume content fast, but in the process, we might miss nuances, real meaning, or even just being present with the people around us.
Alright, let's dive into identity. Who you are online might not be who you are in real life, and that's not always a bad thing, but it can get complicated. You all curate our feeds, best angles, coolest moments, clever caption. That's fine, it's human. But when we start crafting personas instead of just posting, that's when it gets messy. Social media rewards what performance, not necessarily what's real. The algorithm pushes the content that gets the most engagement. So we get tweaking ourselves to match what works. More selfies, less vulnerabilities, more trends, less individuality. And if you have ever deleted a post because it didn't get enough likes or hesitated to share something meaningful because it's off brand, you have felt that pressure. But here's the good part, Gen Z is getting tired of that. We are seeing a wave of creators posting raw, unfiltered moments. People taking openly about anxieties as a topic to talk about. Algorithm is being challenged by authenticity. So maybe the question isn't who do you want to be online, but what version of you are you willing to share even if it's not trending?
The future of social media, trends, predictions, and Gen Z's role. So, where do we go from here? What does the future look like? What does the future of social media even look like? Well, first, the platforms are evolving. We're seeing apps like Be Real, which literally forces you to post in the moment, no filters, no prep. It's pushing people towards raw, uncurated content. AI is starting to play a massive role too. We've got virtual influencers now, like Lil Michaela, who aren't even real people but still have brand deals and millions of followers. And let's not forget the shift to private spaces. More of us are turning to close friend stories, Finstars, and group chats. Public sharing is shrinking, personal sharing growing. But here's where we come in. Gen Z has power, not just as users, but as shapers of culture. We can set trends that center authenticity, demand accountability from platforms, and influence how these tools evolve. Think about it. We have already used social media to lead movements, call out injustice, and spread awareness. If we are smart about it, we can keep that momentum going. We don't have to delete our apps, we just need to change how we use them.
Okay, so let's wrap this up by being it real. Social media is powerful. It can make us feel amazing or completely drained. The advantages of social media can revolve around making you money, making you famous, to anything around it. But it is not white and black. It is not a good or bad tool. It is just a tool. It depends on us how we use it and how we get the benefits from it. If we want to protect our mental health and keep it real by keeping the real communication alive and stay true to ourselves, we have got to scroll with intention. Set boundaries, take breaks, post when it feels right. It is not a necessity. You cannot live without it. Don't make it your life. And most importantly, don't let the screen define your worth. Your life doesn't need to look perfect to be valid. Now, we are here. We are the first generation that grew up by being fully online. But that also means we are the most qualified to lead the change. So here's the challenge: be mindful, be real, and don't just keep scrolling or doom scrolling through your life. Live it. Thank you all. This was our presentation. Hope you liked it, and Shabakir.